What up? What up, y'all? Hey, it's your boy, T Dub, 800 Stizzles, the God, the Prophet de jour, man. What's going on with you guys, man? Happy Tuesday, early afternoon. Get up, get out, get to it. Another beautiful day in sunny Minnesota, baby. First week of March, boy, cracking up in the 80s. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is beautiful. Um, so yeah, I know you guys want to be outside and doing things. I know how my Minnesota people are. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead. Um, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy this weather, man. We deserve it. We are definitely a state that deserves this kind of weather. And don't be a complainer about warm weather, man. Don't be a complainer about heat, and enjoy this for as long as we got it for. But man, it's been beautiful out there. So word life, word life. Yeah, man, I'm thinking about all that happened last night, man. During the games last night, man. Some crazy things that happened during the games last night, dude. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So we already had the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, pull one out, you know what I'm saying, being down by almost 30. And then man, I was on the show last night, man. I was on live last night cracking off and popping off about OKC, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and at the same moment I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Minnesota homegrown boy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's all right though, man. They gave it up. They gave it up last minute, man. But it's all right though. They're gonna let them get one. Maybe two. They might get two. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy, man. For that to be happening, kind of transition at the same time. Wowzers, right? But yeah, they gonna handle that business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it makes for a better story. You know what I mean? You can't just cakewalk through everything. You know what I'm saying? Young dudes, sorry. You know what I'm saying? They had to show y'all real quick, man, who they was, right? You know what I'm saying? So now it's time for y'all to do y'all thing, and you know what I'm saying? Because I got money on OKC, so whatever it is, right? Because you know what I'm saying? They some ballers. New York won that one. Pretty big, pretty big. So I think the story of the NBA this year is happening tonight. I think probably the biggest game of the series, probably happening tonight. Probably happening tonight. Yeah, them boys. They letting them Wolves go tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all cracking off, man. Like, that's me. I pop off about Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, man. Hey, Minnesota's ill, man. This is time now, man. It's time. Minnesota's ill right now. You know what I mean? Like, I tell y'all, man, I seen this a long time ago. So let's go. Let's get it, y'all. Timberwolves, man. It's y'all time to shine. We on the map right now. Y'all hold it down. You know what I mean? So everybody gonna be out watching the game tonight. So that's why I was telling yesterday. Yes, that's what I was talking about yesterday. My show tonight probably be later, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the game goes, depending on a lot of things, I'll keep you posted if I'm gonna be on or not tonight. I gotta make sure I'm updating you on something like that too. So. But I'm definitely gonna be somewhere watching the game. Most likely, probably at the crib with the lady. That's all I do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Low key with it, OG with it. Got plans, trying to make some moves up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make some moves in this motherfucker, right? But yeah. So Timberwolves, man, come on, man, do your thing. Y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I think matchup works in our favor. So you know what I'm saying, and just do what you got to do. Randall just go beast mode. You know what I'm saying, and you know, the rest of the squad. You know what I'm saying, the team, the generals, do what y'all got to do. Oh yeah, and Rudy Gobert. Hey, the dude had 30 and 25 though. Yeah, 30 and 25 though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like I said about something, I always tell people, you can't don't show me something once, because once you show me, I'm expecting, because I done seen it, right? So I see you, Rudy Gobert. I done see you do 30 and 25. You know what I'm saying? With me, you can handle that. You can handle that, okay? So don't be acting all crazy and flimsy so. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whoopty whoop. So yeah. So but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about, daily affirmations, man. Just talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Talking about them wolves. Track meet. My son's got a track meet today. Go to. See him get it in. Been doing it pretty good. Um, Technique. Need a little bit more technique with his hurdles. Better technique with his hurdles, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the speed for it, but just got to be able to get that technique down with the hurdles. But you know what I'm saying? Coaches is working on them. You know what I'm saying? Coaches, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's their job, is to make sure that they do that and change all that. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's wrong, do what you can to adjust it. That's their job, right? So we'll go over there and see today what they're doing. I think they do a true team. You know what I'm saying? Which I guess that means everything adds up for they're all just they're all in competition for the best score of the team. So I would think that that's what it means. But you know, track is not. You know what I mean? Track is not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mano a mano sport. You know what I'm saying? Boxing, golf, tennis, any sports like that is like mano a mano. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? It's just and track really, honestly, you're not really even running against um, a person. You're running against time. Actually, that's why track is so intense, because you're not running against somebody. You're actually running against time. You know what I mean? Like whether it's your own personal time or whether it's somebody else's personal time or it's a state record, Olympic record, it's a time that you're running against. That's what makes it probably one of the most intense sports as far as man versus something. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going against um, uh, the most unbeatable element on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happens outside of this realm, whatever, but um, yeah, some of them. But I don't know how, you know what I'm saying, it works outside of, but on the face of this earth, time is the most expensive, most volatile, most strongest force on the face of the earth. It's unbeaten, man. You can't beat Father Time. That's the saying, right? Can't beat Father Time. So, you know what I'm saying? You run against time, man. Whew. You know what I mean? That's why it's so intense. That's why when you see what be happening when they on there, what be happening when they get that gut, mark, set, pow, let's go. He gone, you know what I'm saying? When we go, what the crowd be doing? Get him, Jenny! Get him, Jenny! Get him! Go get him, man! Get him, go! Get him! Head down! Keep your head down, Rob! Rob, keep your, you know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy, you know what I'm saying? People be, hey, because it's real like that. Just told you, it'd be like, it's like the most intense man versus one entity that you can get. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I mess with track, man. I used to run track too, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gone, man. Hey, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I'm gonna check them out today. Um, yeah, man, sports, man. Um, Cracking off, man. This time of the year, spring training, football done. But usually, what is it? It's like what is it, October? Yeah, October is when all them joints is on TV at the same time, man. Yeah, sports everywhere. I think it'd even be like some football, some football. I think some football still be on around that time too, man. Like every sport be on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, sports, man. I love y'all know me, man. I keep talking about sports always because, like I said, it's a vessel. We'll learn how to use it correctly, but it is a vessel, so I will keep talking about it. Yeah. So today, let's go into it real quick. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Daily affirmations, things that go on my mind, things I want to talk to you about, things I want to throw out there. You want to listen to them, blessings to you. If you don't want to listen to them, this wasn't meant for you. So it's how I rock. You know what I mean? Just trying to give information for good people that want to be in good relationships with good people and just keep going in like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Sharing that love and doing what we can to do that. So today's show, we're gonna talk a little bit about innocence and naive, right? Um, I think that those are two things um, within the youth. When we're young, we have those things. I mean, yeah, the latter is the one that gets more of the negative annotations around it. But as far as being innocent, um, I think innocence just speaks to being a good person. You know what I mean? Like it just speaks to like the goodness of you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I talk about with good people, being in good relationships with good people, just being a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like um like you're not trying to go out and just do dumb stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? Like you just living your life, man. You even trying to add something to people. I mean, but that's adding something to people. Just in general, in your nature, in your heart, you just think and want for best for other people and better for other people. I think that makes you a good person. You know what I'm saying? As long as your intent is not to hurt people, because people got ulterior motives, dog. People got ulterior motives out here, man. Like you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what somebody has going on in the back of their head, you know what I'm saying, and dealings with you. You know what I'm saying? Like on just especially when there's on the more major effect in your life they have, you know what I'm saying? It gets scarier to figure out what motive that they have and intentions that they have to be in your life. And it's hard to do that and be innocent at the same time, right? Because you have to be skeptical, you know? Um, I think that innocent people are just people that just understand how to be pure at heart, you know? Um, you just got to have a love for people. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a love for your brethren. My brother's keeper. Yes, I am. Right. You know what I'm saying? CMB. Right. MOB. Right, brother. You know what I'm saying? Dogs. Right. Whatever it is, but to just have a stylistic love for each other, whether it's a culture thing, whether it's a neighborhood thing, whatever it is that you use, just to be able to just let out some type of positive vibe and cohering with other people, and not to be somebody that's subtracting from everybody that's around them, and trying to make sure you add as much as you can, whether it's with knowledge of words or whether it's with physical attributes, or whether it's with, you know what I'm saying, uh, whatever, financials, whatever it may be. But I think that that's the full nature of the beast, because you just don't want to be somebody that's hurting people. You know what I'm saying? Like on purpose hurting people, because you gotta realize that a lot of people hurt people unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a saying that says you can't make everybody happy. You just can't make everybody happy. So with that, if you can't make everybody happy, somebody not gonna be, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to a point where it could be like that if it's dramatic enough, right? But somebody could be hurt, right? But if your intentions wasn't to do that, then you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make you a bad person. And I think that it even helps add to the innocence of the situation, because you can always say, it's used. You could use it as almost a self defense, as a self defense for court hearings. I mean, you could be like, hey, I don't know, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't prove that you did know, then your innocence makes you innocent. You know what I'm saying? Right? You just be like, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. I wasn't even here, man. I just was chilling, man. I was eating my chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? You start throwing shit at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit him in the head with a pan. I was just eating my chicken wings, you know what I'm saying? I was out, you know what I mean? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Your people came in and grabbed me, put me in the thing, and said, hey, what do I know? I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They want to listen. So, boom, you know what I mean? It was like, all right, well, we take off the spot, take off the fine. You good? Thank you for coming in. All right, thank you. Right? You know what I'm saying? Don't lose that innocence, player. You know what I'm saying? Just have to you have to understand that it's okay, right? And it's okay to have that, especially for yourself. It's okay to make decisions for yourself, and that's the difficult thing about it. Um, I think you can still be in a state of being innocent and still choose for yourself, and end up people get hurt, right? Hopefully not at a drastic level, but you can still make decisions that benefit yourself. We have to do that, especially as men for our families. We have to make decisions based on, hey, what's going to benefit our family first, right? Which is a whole bunch of people. So those decisions have to be kind of, you know, with within this gap, right? You know what I'm saying? It can't just be a wild array of options and stuff that you have to choose from. No, it ain't. It's pretty much we gotta keep it like this so we all good, right? Because at least if I know I can't make everybody happy, I know I can make these happy. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of decisions as you grow up, you learn that as a man. But when you're younger, you got to understand that too. You got to understand it's okay to choose yourself. You know what I'm saying? But knowing that, you know what I'm saying, just always choosing yourself and being somebody that grows up and just chooses yourself all the time before everybody else. Now you're going into the opposite of the innocence, right? And that's the ulterior motives and stuff that start coming into play. But it's okay, you know what I'm saying, as long as you're good hearted and you're not doing things to hurt people. It's okay to say, hey, look, you know, this decision that I'm making is for myself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Got to remember that too. You know what I mean? Because you always got to choose you, bro. And that's when the ladies is doing it. That's what the ladies be posting. The ladies be posting that. I'm choosing myself. I'm leaving because I chose myself. I'm gonna work on myself. Why didn't you work on yourself? We was together. You know what I'm saying? We could have been doing this at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all killing me, man. But you know what? We gotta realize too. With the ladies, heads up. We gotta realize some of this stuff, especially the innocence. You feed into that when they're in the belly. You know, in pregnancy, that you do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feed them that. Like the stuff you think you're feeding them food, right? All the time when you're eating, you're hungry, you're feeding them that food, but also you're feeding them that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So the knowledge that you're getting in and coming out, if you're having conversations with um 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 the father, and you guys get in arguments all the time, what do you think that baby is getting fed, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys got to think that. And also the men too, when you're not a part of the child's life, that child is not hearing, because you gotta talk to the belly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You gotta talk to the belly, man. You gotta talk to it, man. You gotta be like, yo, man, look, man. One day, man, you're gonna be the dude, man. One day you're gonna be the star, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like Prince, you know what I'm saying? Harry, man, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like one of them, dog. We're gonna be out here, man. You in the streets. You gotta talk to the belly, man. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Tell me I'm lying. Yo, I'm saying I'm talking to grown ass men on this one, excuse my language. Morning show. I'm talking to grown men too that are listening. Hey, y'all know what I'm saying, right? You got to make sure you talk to the belly because it's got to hear your voice too. It's got to hit your vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Like we sweep this stuff out. Like I say, when you grow up, you'll learn everything that you learn from every aspect, religion, everything that you've been around and you see, you take a little bit from, right? You know what I'm saying? And you understand that, right? Vibrations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's physics, right? Vibrations. You know what I mean? Time, vibration. I mean, we'll spin off into those things in those episodes when we do. But anyways, those vibrations when you're speaking to the belly, that baby understands that stuff. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to the baby, you gotta feed the baby. And if you're always spitting good positive words to it, if you're always mother's thinking good positive thoughts, getting out and walking around in the world and letting it feel movements, it understands that stuff, right? So innocence, it'll understand that if it's not getting that type of bad energy, and it doesn't have to, you know, absorb that type, right? So you think of it being, you know what I'm saying, coming out and then growing up, it doesn't already have that effect of negativity in its life and negative thinking. It's already still positively pessimistic or optimistically thinking, right? And it has to come from both the mother and the father, you know. Um, that's why, you know, two parent households have a leg up. Not that it's better, not that it's the only way to go, not that these can't work out, but just by statistics, you know what I'm saying, numbers. It's kind of been proven by numbers that, you know, with two parent households, and this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get mom having good vibes, man, because things are being taken care of and being provided for and protected for by the man, and the man is you know, pouring in that same love and affection and vibration, positive vibrations as well. And then once that child hits the floor running, it has a little, you know what I'm saying, advantage. It can be innocent a little bit longer than a child that grows up in a single family. I mean, look at it. Just take a look at it. What happens most of the time in single mother homes with men, with boys, right? They got to grow up quick, right? A lot of times the young men have to be the daddies of the house. You know what I'm saying? Mom's gone, staying home, can't afford the daycare. Hey, look, uh, um, boy, I'm gonna be gone for work late tonight. Don't let nobody at the house. You know what I'm saying? So now he protecting the house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's making his own food. He's learning. So you're growing up quick. You're leaving that innocent. I think that's what happened to Michael Jackson. But that'll be another show. You know what I'm saying? Losing innocence and once you lose, I think once you lose innocence, you leave a certain realm and you go into another realm. So, but like I said, we'll talk about that with that whole Michael Jackson uh, area that I'll touch on, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like the mothers and the fathers, you know what I'm saying? They have to both pour into that so that they have a longer chance of being able to um, stay innocent, you know what I'm saying, and have fun and learn things and stuff like that, and be trusting, right? It's very difficult once you lose trust. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose trust, it's very difficult. Once the first time you feel like realize something hurts you or you can't trust something, it's a change in experience. You know what I'm saying? And it adds into the whole losing of your innocence because now you're like, wow, now I have to think what could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Because other people are thinking about what they can happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So rather than me think about what can happen to everybody and consider everybody's feelings, these people ain't considering mine. It's time to change up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to say, okay, it's about me. You know what I mean? Because other people are doing that themselves. You know what I mean? So um and which is ironic, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I mean? We'll talk about that in a minute, which is ironic about that too. So but the trusting part of it, I think, goes into being naive. You know what I'm saying? Um I Even though naive itself in the word and the definition has kind of a negative um connotation to it because it's like to a type of person that is that what is so if you look at it, it says that in the dictionary, I think it says something to the fact of being naive is to be um thought of being less intelligent when it comes to certain things, or when it comes to sophistication and when it comes to education and stuff like that, right? Well, if you think of that, what is that? A child, right? Because a child is actually worldly, right? So it's like a lack of being educated and sophisticated and worldly, right? Which is true. You've only been on the earth 5, 6 years. You don't have worldly experiences, right? You know what I'm saying? So you still are naive because you don't know what's going on around here. You don't know what's popular, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what people is on. So you like, yo, we riding out. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you little kids, like, hey, we gonna go to the park. Hey, little Timmy, you wanna go to the park with us? Yeah, yeah, I'm going to the park. What you do? Right? Boop, 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 to the park. That's how you made friends back in the day. They don't go to the park back in the day. They don't go to the park no more. They ain't naive no more. They ain't leaving the house with nothing. They be like, hey, they ain't naive at all. These kids, they naive at all. They be like, hey, yo, hey, we gonna be up there at 4:45. It be 2 o'clock. They be like, you be up there at 4:45. They don't hear nothing until about 4:30. Be like, hey man, we still going up there? Somebody sent them one message. You still going up there? Don't hear nothing for about 5 minutes. Man, let me see who all gonna go. About 4:44, get a message saying, man, nah, man, we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, back in the day, we would have been up there at 3. Everybody going to the park at 4. All right, we there at 3. You know what I'm saying? You got there at 3:45, you late. We running already. You three games down, player. You back in the day at the park, man. Come on, man. Hit me up, man. The one over back in the day, the one over in Richfield, we used to be banging. I think that's the first park that ever took one of the rims down. I think that's the first part that we used to kick it at. That we used to ball on there so much that they came in there and redid the park and only put one rim up, so you can only do half court. That was cold. That was cold. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the kids aren't naive no more, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just pull wool over them. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. That's a that's an influence of society, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you think about back in the day. I think about back in the day when I was younger, man, how strong religion was, right? How strong religion is to this day. It's just so many different ones now. But regardless of that, to be a religious person in itself is to be very naive, because you have to actually go into a new learning of something totally new, right? I understand our bodies and everything are in tuned and in line with he, you know what I'm saying, with the most high. We're made exactly like him, but we have to relearn that, you know what I'm saying, especially some of our souls that are still here and that have been recycled. We have to relearn, you know what I'm saying, that knowledge, right? And for us to get, you know what I'm saying, into religion, it teaches us to believe in something. You know what I mean? It teaches you how to believe in something, right? And a lot of times, a lot of people go back and do it again. It's called born again, right? You have to be born again. You have to be cleansed of everything that happened to you, right? That's most religions have this, right? So if you think in that terms, you what you're doing is you're being naive enough to believe that the washing of your sins and the washing of your old life away, you can become a new into this new life and this new realm. You know, we'll talk about these things. We'll talk about them so y'all understand them when I'm just throwing them out there, right? So you have to understand the concept of that to buy into that. You know what I'm saying? And to have a belief, because the person that they're saying is telling you this and giving us these rules is not in front of us. Actually, I mean, it is, we are, but realistically, in the mindset of our people, he's not there, right? Because they haven't understood that he is within us and we can all see him within us, right? Majority of us people, generalizing like I always do, don't do that, don't even believe that. Once again, believe that, right? And so that naiveness is very much gone in today's society, unless, like I said, you're following a religion, because then therefore you're using the talent of being naive, having a lack of education, having a lack of worldly or whatever it is that you're walking into. Because I say worldly because religion is becoming your whole world, right? So you have a lack of that, so you're being naive to the point where you have to learn and to be more sophisticated and knowledgeable about that belief. So, you know, now even though naive, like I said, gets a negative light, I think it's still a process. Like if you can understand these things in context, in terms of personality and traits, and learn how to use them and harness them, then you can use how being naive. Like I talk about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like faith. You know what I mean? That's what religion gets you, is faith. You know what I'm saying? The faith, the belief in something that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? And how more naive can you be than somebody that's believing something that you cannot see? They tell you everywhere, don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears, don't believe their mouths, right? So who to have the faith and the belief in something that's not even there? You know what I'm saying? You got to be pretty naive, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, and it it's a situation where you got to understand that the love that you have for something can kind of run into that category of being naive too, because you get, when we talked about this earlier in today's show, ulterior motives. You don't know if somebody's having ulterior motives against you. You know what I'm saying? So you're building a love for that person, and you want to build a life for this person. You're kind of being naive as to believe that everything that they're telling you is true. You know what I'm saying? And really, you just got to be a strong person and understand that no matter what happens, you can bounce back from anything. If anything was to happen, then you're strong enough to understand, hey, I can go into this situation wholeheartedly and just be myself. Um, you know, and that's what you want to do ideally. You want to be innocent and naive within your relationships, and that way of thinking has been tainted. So like I just said, in the dictionary, it paints being naive as a bad thing, but it specifically says to have lack of worldly experience or sophistication, right? And that describes a child, because I mean, you're you're taking yourself out of that childlike moment, right? Because that's when the best time of learning was. The best time of, I mean, I know now, don't get me wrong. Now, I know some people that have good literature. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, you go over their houses and they got paperbacks, you know what I'm saying? Like original, you know what I'm saying? Paperback books. So they read, right? So, it's not about the lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, the society that we live in today has caused us to break down the communication with each other. And I speak about that stuff all the time. I always say everything spins back around, and the breakdown of communication causes us to not be able to be innocent and naive anymore. You know what I'm saying? We can't trust within each other. You know what I'm saying? We can't figure out if someone's being real to us, if someone's talking to us about something that's really true, if someone's trying to manipulate us, persuade us to do what they want to do, what their intent is, and that's where, like I said, the first time you actually get your heart broken, the first time you get hurt, that's when you start losing that innocence. That's when you start losing that ability to be naive. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it, like I said. So, you got to go through those motions though, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you can hold on to them, and if you get older and you get to a place when you're old enough where you're able to take yourself out of your shoes. I talk about this all the time with my girl, just being able to take yourself out of your shoes. And I think we do a lot of that. We do a lot of telling people what to do in terms of how we would do it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling somebody this is what they should do, but you're telling them what you would do if you were in that situation. But you're not that person that you're telling. So you have to take yourself out of your shoes and you have to look at their life. You have to realize who this person is, what they've gone through. Now, how is their mind wired? So then how can they go into this and deal with this situation from their perspective? What would be the best suggestion for them from their perspective, from their background, from their upbringing? Not to come in it like, well, this is what you should do because this is what I would do, right? And that's how a lot of us do, in teaching people this type of stuff. And that's why it's a lot difficult to hold on to that innocence and naive, because when people are leading you astray, and they don't know they're leading you astray, because like I said, they're giving you options, but they're giving you the options that they had or that they would have. Those are my options. So I can't live like I have those options to choose from. You know what I'm saying? Even though, as long as we're, like I said, but if you are having these conversations and helping keeping children's innocence intact, then yeah, they have a long time before those options start to get shorter and shorter. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it like that, right? If you think about a child having being innocent and being naive, then that means they're more susceptible to learn, right? Because a lack, not being naive, is means you have a lack of whatever, right? So if you have a lack of whatever, then you're trying to get that. That's why you're naive. That's why you buy into what somebody's saying. That's what naive is, right? It's a part of that, buying into what somebody's saying. You're more reluctantly to, or excuse me, you're less reluctantly to do it, right? You really, okay, well, yeah, I'll buy into that, right? So innocence, same thing, right? You're more than likely to be innocent, or you're more than likely to go along with somebody if you have your innocence and believe that that person's not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and society influences that. You know what I'm saying? With things that we see in TV, things that we see on social media all day long. You know what I mean? You don't know what to calculate, man. You got people coming in one day, and then you know what I'm saying. Next day, next day, next day they out. You know what I mean? You like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the whole was it the whole Baylor team, dog. Like, they had a whole team going into the tournament, the NCAA tournament. Baylor University, Baylor University, whole team. It's May. March was what, 2 months ago? They had a whole team. Now they ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody. Man, I know I'll be laughing when I say some of this stuff. I do. I laugh. I'm you know what I'm saying? It's my defense mechanism, man. But they got a whole team gone, bruh. The whole team. Like, I ain't never seen that before, man, with this whole transfer portal. But that's how it is, man. That's how these kids be losing their innocence. That's why they all jumping into the portal. People going into the portal. You see the boy for remember I was joking about yesterday about the you know what I'm saying, me going to the portal for the video coordinator. But you see, they got the little hype dude. The basketball team had the hype dude. The dude that just be walking around with them. He hype. He a student. Just walk around with him hype. He in the portal. I'm not. I'm losing my innocence. I'm losing my innocence with this one, man. I can't trust you, Bugs. I cannot trust you, Bugs, out here. You gonna leave, man. You gonna go in the portal, dog. Hey, man, that's real, but that's real life, dog. That's how you got the lingo. You got to. It might be funny. It might be the beginning of it, but boy, speaking as a prophet that I am, y'all better start understanding that language. Y'all better start understanding that portal language. It's just the beginning, player. I mean, look how sports is. Look how sports goes, right? We're about 3 years into the portal, 4 years into the portal, being at about tripling, and each time it's tripling. Y'all better speak that language, man. Y'all better speak that language, man. That's another language on another realm, man. You know what I'm saying? But Rosetta Stone. Some people don't use it. But one thing about innocence and naiveness to me is that I remember coming into the school system and learning about the barter system. I think that time frame was probably was the beginning of the end of innocence and naiveness. I think that time really in our society pushed away hope of being innocent and being young, made us grow up, made us have to separate ourselves, because the barter system was dope, man. From what I remember, this is what I remember when I went to school. The barter system was basically, you know what I'm saying? You got an item I like, I'm gonna give you an item that you like. You tell me I got an item you like, you got an item I like. Let's switch these items, shake hands, look in each other's eyes, shakes hands, and go on about our way. That was the barter system. Bam, that's it. That anything. It was anything. Yo, man, you got an extra horse and buggy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me get I need a new couch. Yeah, okay, let me get that couch. Okay, bet you can have my couch. All right, bet, cool. Boom. Trade it. Let's roll. Right? That's what it was. Right? That's what it was. Yo, I got a horse, dog. I need an extra horse, bro. I only got one horse, bro. Shit, man, I got like 17 horses, man. Yeah. Let me get one of them horses. All right, but I'll give you a horse. Hey, well, shit, how many donkeys you got? Shit, I got about 35 donkeys. Oh, okay, bet. Can I get a donkey? Bet. All right, you get a horse, I get a donkey. Bet, let's roll. That's roll. That was the barter system. This is the stuff. See, kids don't learn history no more, man. They don't pay attention. But that's what I learned when I came into the game. You know what I'm saying? When my mind started knowledge and picking up knowledge, right? And the barter system was a cool concept, dude. It was a cool concept, but I think it was when the beginning of the end. And the reason why I think that it was the beginning of the end, because I think that's when the conversation started to change. The conversation started to become, wait a minute, hold on, you got a horse, I got a donkey, but you got 35 donkeys, I got 17 horses. Yeah, I get that, but my horse is bigger than your donkey. Okay. All right. So I need 2 donkeys for my horse. That's when that conversation started coming, right? Right down in communication. Because now you sit up there and got ulterior motives. So now you're trying to up one, you know what I'm saying, rather than how it was, one item for one item, shake hands, let's roll. Now it becomes, wait a minute, I need to get more value for what I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? But who's to tell me what value is for what your item is? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden we had to start going down the line and putting markings on the value on everything that we did, because now I'm trying to get, excuse my language, early morning, everybody trying to get over on each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. Like that spins around to one of the biggest things, man. We have to have belief in each other, man. We got to get back to believing in each other, man. Like believing in each other, not believing in a selective few. You know what I'm saying? Not cult type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen too many cult type shit. You know what I'm saying? Why am I cursing this morning? I'm sorry. But I apologize, y'all. But I seen too many cult type situations where people click up, you know what I'm saying, with their owns, you know what I mean? And That's what happened with our religion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's clicking up what they own and then pointing at the other one saying, no, you can't be that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, I understand it, but all religions are all just diluted the religions from the original. You know what I'm saying? So um, we just got to get back to that having a belief in each other, and um, the innocence and the naiveness can help with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just believe in your fellow man, and plus at the same time, if somebody's believing in you, don't have ulterior motives, man. Just come out with good intentions and pure heart, and wanting the best for everybody that's involved in the situation that you're involved in. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to work with people, or if you're going to get into relationships with people, or if you're going to be good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. I think a lot of times it breeds competition. Not believing in your fellow man breeds competition. Competition is okay to a point. I think competition is okay when it's iron sharpening iron. When competition is sharpening iron, I think it's fine competition. But when competition becomes competitive within your clique, then you got a situation where people jealousy. I think it's more ruled by jealousy to have um, that kind of competition, right? But you have a little bit more of a team mentality if you think iron sharpens iron, because you understand that my dog getting better, I got to get better too. Let me follow that. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get better at something, they look at you and say, "Oh, we got to get better at that. Let me follow that." Right? And young men can do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially as a coach that I coach high school kids, like that's what I look for. I look for to be able to teach kids how to say, okay, it's a team game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the sport I teach is a team game. It's not an individual game. And even sometimes in individual games, I was talking about track, right? Earlier, my son got track. They got a team event, right? You got to think about how you can participate in the situation to make the team win. You know what I'm saying? So um when it comes to team sports, man, it's a big thing to try to make sure that we have innocence and naiveness, because that's how we learn from each other. It's the easiest way to learn from each other. Otherwise, you're shielding off anything that you may learn because of biases of what they're saying or who they are, if you like them. Like I said it before, I even put a post before. A lot of people don't want the truth; they just pick who they like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, knowing good and well they going down in flames with the person that they like. They don't care. They'll go right down with they'll go down with that person, with that cult, man, because it's like they don't understand that you know, going with the truth no matter what it is better. So many people like that, man. That's their innocence, man. The innocence and that naiveness is gone, man. You know what I'm saying? The truth set you free, right? You know what I'm saying? That's innocent of that. Purity, heart, good people, man, that want to be in good relationships with good people. Tune in to my shows, man. Tune in to my shows, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do nothing, y'all, but just pop off like this. You know what I'm saying? Daily affirmations, man. I'm just on the microphone, on this video medium, just talking to you guys and just giving you guys my thoughts, man. Some of this information, like I said, if you guys out there want to listen to this information that I'm putting out there, blessings to you. You know what I mean? The ones that don't, it ain't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, man. 800 Styles, man. Let me got to get up off of this thing, man, so I get ready to go, man. Watch my son run. Yeah, so, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get out there and enjoy this 80-degree weather. It's about to be cracking and warm today. And the T-Wolves is on tonight. Oh, boy, the T-Wolves, baby. Let's go. And I'm out.